Now, Vincent Augustus. That's the man who will be introduced for Bendel Insurance.
I mean, it's always interesting because the coach could easily have made the sub, at halftime, but
It's quite comical still that they're not setting who will be taken off. Well, I think the substitution will be cancelled. I felt odd because Imadi was rushing towards the halfway line, which would be one of the weirdest tactical change.
yeah,
I mean, it's just 1-0.
yeah. Maybe a Kapara Balaga situation there.
Return. And the control is even better. Exciting. Bubaka. Goes down in the box.
Not quite sure there's much there by way of a penalty shout. But Imba will take it, that's for sure. I think they could feel hard done by with a few first half calls by the referee. And they've just got to keep querying the referee just to make sure that he knows that they're not too happy with him. Sometimes you can trick the referee into giving you something.
They get something off this challenge. Abubakar. Tries to go past Sunday. Gets a corner, not bad.
Sadiq, if I'm not mistaken. He's been one of the more eventful players.
Yeah.
He's tried to create something out of nothing on that right-hand channel. He's got on the end of some rough tackles. But yeah, that's the replay there. I mean, he goes out, comes back inside. The touch just didn't quite, set up nicely for him to make a cross one time. But they've got a corner now. Imba.
To the part of Ismail Serki.
It's always going to be tough on the half volley. That technique is not something lots of players can execute. I think we've got some movements down now.
Yeah.
Just a touch delayed. There still will be implemented a tactical switch.
The man has been introduced.
Npfl Insurance's Vincent Augustus, number 34 shirt. And out for Bendel Insurance is 36 shirt, Deputy HTA.
So similar positioning. And the man we had the luxury of mentioning quite often in the first half, Deputy Echeta, has been taken off in what is a tactical substitution by Coach Monday Odige, who, by the way, was reappointed to lead the technical department just soon after the team was knocked out of the Federation Cup 2 years ago, sometime July 2021. Mild stoppage. So the player just get the attention required. He's been like a bison, Pascalese. See players walk off the pitch themselves, not with the aid of a stretcher.
Yeah. I think he needs to be re-invited properly by the referee. He's just been told to do it the right way.
A throw from in. Lalibo. That's a waste of possession from Aimba.
Aimba just trying to find the strikers with the long balls. I'm afraid the evidence of what we've seen has not been so productive in the first half. For the first 40 minutes thereabout, that's what they did. The moments they decided to pass the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I think we saw a bit of a better spell of play from them. The longer this goes on, Insurance would be pleased with how things have been so far, and they would say, you know what, we can do that all day long, cross the ball. We've got some very assured centre backs who could deal with that. So in many ways, the game plan is almost playing to the hands of insurance to set up.
First presence of the new man, Vincent Augustus. A solid challenge from the lobby.
Kubo.
Well, I think he's got to anticipate that challenge. He's got to know that the defender will stand his ground and maybe, you know, kick the ball into space and try and run, or, you know, give it up. But defender well within his rights to stand his ground there.
Free kick for him by International Football Club. Ball handled by Ismail. He's got a couple of goals this season. 4. The last coming against Shooting Stars at the Damasimba Stadium. That's a high 2-2. Divine Wachuku. It's a good contact from Julian. Just running through. Like was Maker. We just took the mount position of Julius and almost made it count from such an angle.
Yeah, it's just one of those early ones you take. But couldn't quite find the angle there. But ultimately, it's the kind of moves we've seen them do all evening. Quick transition. They attack like a flash in the pan. They just, you know, make 1, 2, 3 passes and all of a sudden they're in your box. But I've been impressed with how they've done their business so far this season. It's been very composed, and I think it's all starts from the back. They defend very well, very deep, very tight, and they rely on the awareness of who's once again shown up that he's the player, one of the players of the season so far this season.
Indeed, Elijah Akani, man who also is always efficient with Npfl Football Club. One of the youngest to play in the top division. Made his debut sometime in 2017. He was 16 years that year. But MFM are almost history now. How sad. Well, it's surprising not to see him let the throw for the fullback, deciding to take it. Sadiq Abubakar. Intercepted by the towering Sunday Ayawa. Oh, it was almost an own goal.
Yeah. You cannot blink in this one. Chances end to end, and Aimbar almost going level. I mean, that's a dangerous one to play. I mean, the proximity to the goalkeeper is what, 2 yards? That's a risky way to pass the ball back to your goalkeeper.
Vinny Adams cross. Cut out by Sanimu Benjamin. Here's Yakubu Bilal. Closed down by Divine Wachuku. Oh, he's such an unplayable player. And tries to find the pace of Imadio Sarenko, but it's safe hands. Or comfortable legs, I should say, of goalkeeper John Noble.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the Aimba player is doing there. He's got to pass the ball back all the way to the goalkeeper. It's almost like they're trying to force the game. They're not doing the easy things, and they're making... I mean, the easy choice is just, you know, roll the ball back to the goalkeeper, take a breather, recycle play, and have a go again. He's just played himself into trouble there.
Oh, Ekene Awaziem, quite fleet-footed. He's got a couple for himself this season. He'll be hoping to get goals, I should say.
Yeah. Bit of a nice footwork there. Aimba getting more corners now, getting a bit more intensity to their attacks, and hopefully one of these corners, one of the set pieces could provide something.
Just that confirmation of the tactical switch. Philippo's evening is done. The 22-year-old centre forward Ademola Adebambo has been introduced to join Aimba in September 2022 from Kwara United after a loan spell at NNL club Ottersolo. Made his debut the last time out against Shooting Stars. And, you'd expected the manager, Finidi George, to give him the confidence boost of starting, but decided to play him from the bench.
Yeah.
And now he's thrown in an extra leg up front. That's, I think he just oozes desperation.
Yeah, you can say that, but I think it's the right kind of desperation. He knows that the longer the game goes on like this, Insurance would start thinking we've got 3 points almost in the hand, so let's just lock it up and make sure that we take it home. So in this moments of vulnerability, so to speak, you've got to go out there and attack and show that you can take, even if it's 1 point from the game. I did mention at the start of the game that both teams would take a 1-1 point or points apiece, but at the moment, Insurance have got all 3. The game is still on, but I'm sure they would rather take all 3 given how things have turned out here this evening.
Hey, Majay, it's gone past him. Well positioned, goalkeeper John Noble.
I mean, in fairness, it's an easy catch for him. Comes directly to his near post. That's what you expect your goalkeeper to do. I thought the Insurance attacker could have made an extra pass there. Saw the goal, his eyes didn't lit up, but that's it. I think he makes an extra pass there. I think he creates more troubles for the Imba defense, but the substitute rather, Adebambo has come on and almost made an instant impact. Maybe not in the right way.
Yeah, negative instant impact. He's picked up a yellow card for his trouble, and a victim is still down on the turf. Not to imagine Benzema, Suarez, the retired Croats, Mario Mandzukic. Players who've got sort of attributes he enjoys.
Yeah, it's high praise.
Yeah,
but, yeah, why not?
and they also pick up cards, so I think it's fair.
Yeah, throw it around.
The offensive taking the side of Walimade. That's an unfriendly arm swing there. Defender Pascalese, highly experienced.
He's elders on the pitch, and this is somewhere this game was the game of the elders. He clearly is one of the more experienced players in the Imba ranks. So it's a poor kick. Luckily found an Imba player.
Yeah.
Something about his appearance today, I like it. It's just really beautiful.
Yeah. Akani Elijah.